Hello and welcome to Generation Shadow, the epic supernatural saga that will take you through the entirety of horror history, one nightmare at a time. Today's nightmare, it is the second episode of our 1952 Los Angeles arc. It's noir, it's jazzy, it's rockabilly, it's all of that wrapped up into one occult package. I'll do a quick recap of last episode's antics. But first, let's go ahead and meet our players. We got very special guest returning for an episode. Very lucky to have her. So let's go around and meet everybody. I want to know who you are, who your character is, and how they're feeling as we enter this next episode.
So hi, I'm Marvin, and I'm going to be playing the vessel Azra. Azra, which is me, of course. But I have washed up here in Los Angeles, and I've come under the employ of some very strange characters, of which I am sure are drawn. They wanted me to spy on this creature called the Angel, but I came to the revelation. I don't have to do what people want me to do. And I think it corresponds to today, the day of my creation. Everything is coming together. I feel like I finally know what I want to do.
Whoa, well, let's see how that turns out. Next up, and joining us, a former, and we'll see what the future holds, but we're very glad to have her back for this episode. It is Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat. Today I'm playing Lisa Lewis, intrepid reporter for the International Inquisitor. I used to have a photographer. His name was Jerry Osmond. He was good, really young. He got eaten by werewolves recently. But he died doing what he loved, screaming. So
Poor Jerry.
So if any of you happen to be a photographer, then the position's open. And in Los Angeles now, at the behest of Jack Parsons, who says that a mutual interest of ours has resurfaced or gone missing or something along those lines. I don't know. At any rate, if it's fit to print, the International Inquisitor is going to print it. International Inquisitor, 2 eyes in the truth.
Whoa, I love it. So we'll see what this intrepid reporter, what scoop this reporter sniffs out today.
I love a good scoop. It ended up one time one of my boyfriends was an alien. Weird. This is a cigarette, by the way.
Oh, of course. Though Generation Zero does not appreciate.
Not a
Generation
real-
Hero, Generation Shadow.
Yeah, not a real cigarette, people. It's a pencil.
Exactly. we do not. Winners don't smoke.
Do not look to us as role models.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Honestly, there should just be a parental warning on me.
Yeah. Next up, let's meet Nick.
Yep. So I'm Nick, and I'm once again bringing in Wraith, the very old, as we've now come to realize, wizard. Spent some time in wow, my brain is not working.
Some faraway places.
Some faraway places, yeah, many places. Some with strange views on time. And he sort of failed in his mission to. Well, he kept an eye on Mr. Gaskins, and
He did what he could.
yeah, but the angel is now away from him.
And also rounding out some of our regulars, we have Michael.
Hi, I'm Michael. I'm playing Max King, the Atlantean vampire who is keeping up his kidnapping streak from Germany here in Los Angeles, alive and well. So there's 2 things apparently that he does really well: run clubs and kidnap people.
He's got some habits.
So, he's got some habits, but, everybody has their vices, and it's just his job to kind of find you and find your vice and get you together and, help facilitate that, because life's too short, especially when you're a mortal vampire.
It is Sin City, after all.
Words to live by. Oh, that's Vegas. That's covered up.
Oh.
Anyhow,
Dang it.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert for what, the 60s?
or this particular arc. You will see. You'll see.
Spoilers!
I'll leave it at that.
In the 50s, Bugsy is still running the town, isn't he?
Sure. Bugsy Siegel, the notorious gangster. Yeah. So let me do a quick kind of recap what happened last episode. In character as Manny the Mole Moulton, the tabloid reporter who you guys met at the party, and then we'll go and talk about your opening moves, and we'll do the debts for Lisa Lewis. I was gonna say Lois, and I'm like, oh, wrong intrepid reporter.
Yeah, she's not Lois Lane, and she's not Lana Lang. She's Lisa Lewis.
I know. Gotta get the L names right there.
Totally different person that had a boyfriend who was an alien.
So, ready for a story, cats and kittens? Here's a tale straight from the town's top tattler, Manny the Mole Moulton. A little bit of Holly weird horror and heartbreak, breaking loose at a sensational, possibly satanic soiree at a Malibu manor belonging to reclusive Texan oil baron and millionaire muchacho Merle Von Worm. The guest of honor? None other than the angel, the strange spirit and black magic muse behind Jack Parsons' kooky occult circle, the Celestial Society. All was swell until some arcane abominations ambushed the assembled guests and absconded with the angel. Who was behind the kidnapping? All evidence points to Little Tokyo as cucumber-loving lizard Johnny Kappa and elite assassin Mina carried out the attack. Grover Gosford Gaskin, sci-fi scribe turned wannabe wizard, could have played a role as well. Or maybe it was Von Worm himself, the Wormster, who chose to attack his own party. A group of party crashers, that's you guys, kidnap Gaskins and hit the road. Maybe they'll find out the truth. So let's go ahead with your opening moves before we cut back to the Sapphire Club where Grover Gaskins was taken. Max, we'll start with you.
Well, for my opening move, I can attempt, if you don't mind, to explain away Booker's absence. I'm going to send Booker out to make sure that the LAPD and Halloran's squad is maybe looking elsewhere for our time while we have Gaskins in custody.
Okay.
So,
I mean, I was thinking of just having this is Booker Fontaine, of course, played by Patrick, who very sadly could not join us tonight. He'll be back next week, though. I'm super hoping he'll feel better and be able to meet us there. So let's see how our detective on the case works out. Not so
very
good.
poorly.
Did you
For
borrow
a
dice
whole
from
four.
Dallas?
Maybe.
Yeah, that was some real bad luck there. It's okay, though.
It's okay, though, because mortality is all I needed to level up.
Nice. We will say our detective is out, pounding the pavement and kind of gets lost in her own case. Wraith, how about you?
Yep. Let's check in on Knight. See what the Nagual are up to. Oh, that's right. Nope. 5.
No.
Oh no. All right.
-1 tonight.
Okay. So, Lisa Lewis,
Yes.
what would you like to do for your debts?
Okay, so for my debts, someone told me they're secrets, and you haven't told anyone about them yet. That's Jack Parsons. I've been keeping this whole LA Angel thing a secret, partially because I think it might be bad for my family. Still researching that. Anyway, well, I'm a direct descendant of.
Oh,
Goody.
interesting.
Yeah, I'm a direct
Goody
descendant
Pruitt.
of Goody
Okay.
Pruitt,
Well,
so-
that would be interesting. Okay.
Anyway, that's why I'm wearing my tribute Goody Pruitt outfit.
Oh, sure.
And not just because people also wore things like this in the 50s.
Yeah, no,
So
if it
that.
fits.
Someone thinks they're protecting you, but it's really more like you're protecting them. Wow, I did not say that well. We owe each other a debt. That's Azra. Because I'm not letting his secret out.
That I am a statue.
I can see that.
And not so much that you're a statue, but that, you can move and things like that.
The living is the living statue.
It's the living part is what is freaking people. Okay, if you were just living and not a statue, people would be, yeah, okay, you're alive. And if you were just a statue and not living, people would be like, that's a nice statue. But you're both in that kind of,
The living statue part of the Venn diagram is what bothers people.
you don't want to get that out there during the Eisenhower administration. Trust me, they will want to hack you apart and study you.
That does not sound pleasant.
Right?
I've already lost an appendage. It took me 70 years to find it again.
That's rough, brother. And then you're leveraging dirt you have on someone to get their help with something you owe them a debt. That's Manny the Mole Molten. Basically, I am trying to get more of an in on the LA scene, being as I'm from the Windy City.
Oh, sure. So maybe you're, so he's kind of helping you out there.
Yeah, he's helping me out a little bit, and
Find those scoops.
I'm helping him learn how to write a sentence that doesn't rely on alliteration. So, you know, it's a good
Yeah,
tip.
good luck.
I know, that's the style.
The molester likes his alliteration.
Do you want me to roll on a faction also?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
we got
I'm gonna roll on power to see if I can't find out what happened with Gigi Gaskins.
Okay.
Because I feel like maybe that's a good way of getting me in with this group.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll say the story begins like as you arrive at the Sapphire Club.
That is an 8.
Okay.
Which
You could say
I'm
Gaskins.
neck deep in it.
Yeah. You could say Gaskins owes you a debt, and you owe him a debt.
Yeah, we just owe each other a debt.
Okay, that's fair. Do you want to like come up with the concept behind that debt? Like, do you think?
Well, he's a British occultist, right?
No,
no,
Gaskins is American. He is a relationship.
He's modeled himself after a British occultist.
Yeah, he is sort of like communicating with the spirit of Sir Francis Flood, actually.
Yeah, I would say that he's just helping me get in on the occult scene.
Okay, that's fair.
And I'm putting out cryptic messages for him in some of the stories. That I
Oh,
write,
nice.
so
Okay.
that he can communicate long distances. We are an international newspaper, so,
All the news that's fit to print.
right? But that's not our slogan.
Oh yeah,
That's somebody else.
Yep.
We're two eyes in the truth.
Ah. Azra, what would you like to do for your opening move?
I'm going to roll with mortality and do what I think is the right path to find my own way to humanity. People watching. Though I will take my friend Lisa's consideration and do it in silence. I will not talk to anyone. Just watch. And I have -2, so that's a 6. Unfortunately, someone just walked up to me and spit gum in my face.
Oh no.
And I told them, that's not very nice. They then ran away. I think I did something wrong, because they are very scared now.
Well, you at least get to mark the experience for that faction, so you know, hey, it's a learning process.
I also need to clean my face off.
Well, we'll pick up a little bit after your face has been cleaned. When everybody has gathered together in the Sapphire Club, Jack Parsons is there, and he in fact is welcoming Lisa Lewis, into the club's environs. Where do you guys, or Max, maybe I'll ask you, where do you guys have Gigi Gaskins?
Well, I was thinking of taking it to the club, but I'm going to, if you don't mind, I'll use my Vamps Web start of session move to get a secret from Mina, and maybe find a location that we both know, or that she's aware of, that she uses as a safe house, and take them there.
Okay. All right. Do you need to roll for that one, or?
It just says at the start, choose someone in my web, and I learn a secret about them that they'd rather keep buried.
Okay. I will say the location that Mina gives you is like the basement of an old like curio shop in Little Tokyo.
Sounds good.
So definitely an out-of-the-way place to stash a kidnapping victim. And maybe we'll kind of retcon say everybody meets at that place instead. All right, so Parsons is like getting the door, ushering Miss Lewis down. Parsons still very agitated after the angel was kidnapped. And he's like, fellas, I brought someone who might be able to help. She's done a story on me. We met when she was doing a story about my work with JPL, the Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena.
Yep, and just on the jet propulsion and nothing else.
Oh, yes. Her discretion, highly valued. Anyway, she knows the news like nobody's business, so maybe she can help us get a line on the angel.
I've been told that Angel got kidnapped. Looks like you guys have been doing a little kidnapping yourselves.
Unfortunately, we haven't hurt him much, though. Except
It's
I
just a
punched him
means
in
to
the
an end.
face.
By the way, I'm Max King.
I'm Lisa Lewis, reporter for the International Inquisitor, Two Eyes and the Truth.
You can call me Wraith.
Okay.
Hello again, Lisa.
Hey, how's it going?
I took your advice. People are very messy.
Yeah, people are messy.
Do you know how to get this off of my face?
Want to say probably baby shampoo?
I will try it.
Peanut butter, maybe?
Peanut butter? That may work. How would that work?
Well, it basically causes the gum to stop bonding.
Gaskin says, excuse me. While you over there are trading recipes for bubblegum removal, I remain a prisoner of this inhuman fiend. You got him like tied to a chair in the corner. How exactly are you holding him?
Consider he removed his gag. I'm impressed with his talent.
Oh, you had him gagged? All right, in that case.
No, it's fine. I'm just calling me more impressed.
Well, maybe he's just making weird mumbling noises. But anyway, he's recovered consciousness and he clearly wants to talk.
Did you guys tie up Gigi Gaskins?
Yes. You just untie him.
Okay,
so you
don't scream because I get a kind of hinky feeling about this group, Gigi.
Huh?
I mean, just, screaming might be bad. And that might be what you want to do. But you probably shouldn't.
We might be forced to silence you again.
Alright. Hold on. Gigi and I go way back. Alright. And she ungags him. By the way, that one story where I planted the information, I'm pretty sure it got to the German Illuminatus like you wanted it to.
Splendid.
Max will offer him a quick drink to wet his whistle.
Thank you. A libation after imprisonment nearly makes up for the fact that I was imprisoned. Now, how about untying some of these bonds?
Sure. Just releases just rips off the rope real quick.
Well, wonderful.
She ashes really quickly and goes, considering some things that I know about you, Gigi, I'm surprised you couldn't, wiggle your way out of those yourself.
Oh, I prefer to create the feeling of friendship between me and your newfound comrades here.
We are not friends.
Oh, but what if we could be? For instance, friends you have a question, I believe, concerning the tragic events of last night. I am willing to provide the answers, provided, of course, you do not murder me.
Well, we figured the change in venue would loosen your lips, as well as the libation.
And that it has, my dear boy. But still, I will tell you the truth. In fact, I will lead you to the place where the angel's kidnapping was planned. In return, you must not kill me.
We were never going to kill you, just hurt you.
That also, I would advise you not to do.
As a general
I bruise
rule,
easily.
You shouldn't just be threatening people with violence. They tend to get upset about that. Some people hold
Very true.
Some people hold grudges and then they come back later. So, you want to, if you're gonna threaten violence, you want to do it in like a subtle manner.
But it wasn't a threat. It was a fact.
Well, listen to me, statue boy. If you think I haven't conquered death, you've got another thing coming.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Well, Mr. Wraith, actually, I might have unearthed a little nugget of information about you. And the spirit, that is the right word for it, that is involving itself in your interests. However,
I believe I have two right now.
well, I know quite a bit about both of them. However, if my lips are bruised, they shall be sealed. So I would suggest, let us continue this relationship in the amicable spirit that my good friend Max just created. Yes?
If that's what we're agreeing to.
Can I ask a quick question? Is Max obviously a vampire?
Right now, he's just a very well-dressed and somewhat overly... I have to mark it down as seductive, so he's just very smarmy, I guess you would say.
Charming?
Charming? Yes. I guess charming would be a nice way of putting it.
Yeah, I definitely think he's not like popping the fangs.
Nope.
No, I'm just wondering if a trained reporter of the occult might pick up on vampire signs.
Well, I mean, maybe you could do hit the streets with him, or not? Sorry, put a face to a name with him. Perhaps maybe you can see kind of behind the surface and discover that. We'll see how well you roll with
Sure. My did
with
your
his faction.
Let's see. Okay. Yeah. So I'll roll with his faction of night. I take it you're still night. 6. So no.
All right, yeah. To you, he looks just like a
He's just
above average, handsome human. A little on the pale side, maybe.
Yeah, because my put a face to the name thing is more specifically about political connections.
Okay.
Or alternately, my other one is about hitting the streets with mortality. So, he's not mortality.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What is Gaskin's first name again?
Gigi. It's like Grover Gosper.
But everyone calls him Gigi.
Literally everybody calls him GG.
Okay.
Or Mr. Gaskins.
Mr. Gaskins.
Well, so Mr. Gaskins, let's say we continue this over drinks, as we said. We'll just move over here. Tell me, what you mentioned some interests of his. What are your interests? I'm just
I'm a man of the world.
Man of the world. Okay.
Mm-hmm. My interests are as varied as humanity itself. I enjoy gazing upon the stars, conducting arcane rituals, pondering the future, writing science fiction works of staggering genius and deep artistic merit.
Gaining deep power.
Not according to the
Cooking!
New York Times.
Well, those people are biased and have no place allowed. They would not recognize true literature if it slapped them in the face.
Well, you know that we're always willing to publish your work in the Inquisitors. Kids love that freaky stuff.
Oh, that they do. Various maritime escapades.
So you
Tell
have
them one about the evil penguins. Everybody loves the one about the evil penguins.
Oh, yes.
evil penguins.
I call it Terror, Antarctica. It's one of my, I mean, the title might need some work, but...
It's not a very good title.
Okay, well, everyone's a critic, huh? Anyhow, what in particular do you want to know?
No, just when I'm running my club, I just like to, even no matter where I am, no matter the venue, I like to make people comfortable. And I excuse you for the way that you were brought here, but I didn't think you were going to come willingly. Now that you're here, as you saw, we've already untied you, already ungagged you. Now we can be more pleasant with each other.
Absolutely. I must say, you're quite a lot better than Mr. Von Worm, who I was working with at a previous juncture.
Is that where these creatures that attacked came from?
Well, let me show you that. We're in Little Tokyo, I take it?
Yes.
If you follow me, I will take you right to the location where
Before we go,
the little attack was arranged. Yes?
I noticed you were... It seemed like you were casting a spell. Would you mind divulging what you were trying to accomplish?
It was a simple binding spell that would stop you from intervening. It turned out not to be needed as Merle revealed his draconic form, something of a last resort
To do that.
for the poor fellow. But I
I
believe I
also
was
knocked you.
unceremoniously kicked or tripped.
You were punched in the face.
Yes, that. Stopped me from finishing it. But hey, that's all in the past. Let bygones be bygones. That is inscribed upon the Gaskins family crest.
I see.
In Latin, nonetheless.
Of course.
Indeed.
As are all things.
So, shall we?
Very well.
After you.
Aren't you good with a camera?
What's the camera?
I know that you're not good with a camera.
You
I'm
probably
still willing
smashed
I can't
to
say
try.
I don't have much experience with a camera.
I am fascinated by them.
Just, my photographer recently passed away due to unfortunate nighttime lupine activities. Just, might need somebody
You
to...
may be a bit older than you may need, and our knowledges are very varied.
Well, I mean, as long as you can point and click. I'd do it myself, but I need these hands for writing, you know?
Of course.
I am willing to give it a try.
I think you're gonna smash the mechanism.
See, I would think that he'd have a steady hand.
I literally cannot smash it. If you give it to me, I must protect the valuable.
All right. I will say, Azra, if you take the camera, you have to really keep your cool to use it accurately.
No problem.
I don't know if you want to use it now, though. There's not really much to photograph. There might be in a few seconds, though.
Okay.
His own face.
Oh, just do it. He invents this. Did Azra invent the selfie?
He might have inadvertently invented street performing by standing still.
Oh yeah, Azra invented those fake robot people. Whoa.
Yeah, she hands you the camera.
All
You
right.
want to roll your key.
Well, maybe when you want, let me know when you want to take a photo. We'll see what
Press
happens
the
there.
button and click.
Yeah, basically, and then you gotta wind the film.
I think I can do this.
All right. So Gaskins takes you out of this little curio shop and into Little Tokyo. And I want to do another quick introduction to this neighborhood here. Little Tokyo is a neighborhood of scars, wounds made by the cold desert wind of places like Manzanar and Tule Lake. People here are still shaky, still unsure of what to do, now they are back in America and trying to put the pieces of their lives together. For the yokai, the magical spirits of Japan who travel to the New World with the immigrant community, it's even harder to find a place. But the Weeping Fox Tea House, located in the tourist-populated sprawl, offers some sanctuary. It features traditional architecture, a modern menu, and patrons that might change shape if you look too closely. And this is where Gaskins brings you. However, the place is now ringed with sirens. The LAPD Oddity Squad, with plainclothes detectives backed by uniformed officers, has arrived in force. Captain Harold Halloran has just arrived, left his Packard, and is approaching. What do you do? Gaskins immediately is like, oh, it seems the constabulary has already arrived. Well, seems like my job is done. Shall I, take my leave then?
Will we need his services again?
Well, I will say, be careful who you align with in the future.
I shall be the soul of caution.
Who'd you say
Farewell.
the officer is?
This is Captain Harold Halloran, who's like the head of the Oddity Squad.
Could I put a
Okay,
face
so
to
I
a name
probably know who he is.
with Holland?
Yeah.
If I've
Yeah, I mean,
or
he's probably a pretty public figure. You might have heard about it in the papers, or let's see, how'd you do with the,
10 actually.
I'm glad
Whoa.
you did your homework with him.
yeah.
Level up.
I've got an 8.
Oh, and, before I forget, Parsons will, he's going back to the Celestial Society to check in, unless you guys want to bring him along.
Well, Gaskins was bringing us here to be, so he was going to be more comfortable, right? But then,
Well, Gaskins was actually bringing you here because this was the place where
where he was supposed to.
the kidnapping was planned, yeah.
Got it.
I don't know if that still counts towards my mortality because I technically rolled with mind.
Okay.
I don't know.
Are you rolling for the mortality faction?
Yes.
Then you
That's
still
nice.
Oh, okay, cool. Yay. So I know a dangerous secret about him.
Ooh, okay. I would say you're maybe aware of the specifics of his corruption.
Cool.
You know that he is definitely doing shakedowns of these occult creatures. And you got a 10 there,
I did,
Rafe?
yeah.
So maybe he busted you for
Yeah.
he raided the Celestial Society
I've dealt
meeting
with him
him.
before, and I can either learn something interesting and useful about him, or they owe me a debt.
Which one do you think?
I don't think I've really associated with too much with the. I do a lot more research, and that doesn't really involve the police. So I would say I learned something useful about him, at the very least.
Okay, maybe it could be that he is taking bribes from the Celestial Society. It's sort of a shakedown, extortion kind of racket he runs, but they pay him off so he doesn't bother them. And you're aware of this. Kind of similar information. So he recognizes you two, at least. Right now he's got the Oddity Squad. They're getting loaded for bear. They're pulling out Thompsons, shotguns, getting ready for an attack on the Weeping Fox Tea House.
Something happening with the Kitsune population that the International Inquisitor needs to know about?
Halloran says, "Oh, Chief, Captain, if you please.
Captain.
Let's let the Chief be just a wonderful dream that may someday come true. Provided our current William Parker has some ill fortune. Oh, God forbid.
Oh, yeah. Everybody'd hate to see that happen.
Oh, it's truly, to that saintly man, oh, what a shame that would be. Anyhow, nothing your readers need to concern themselves. Just some of these foreign heathens who stabbed us in the background Pearl Harbor time, apparently doing some more evil. I believe they were responsible for the attack at the Malibu party. You there, Mr. Wraith, were in attendance, and I think some of your friends were as well?
Yes. We were attempting to delay that capture, and it has led us here.
Well, as always, you should let the authorities take control. We'll go in and haul out some of these Japanese fellows and monsters, and I myself shall handle the interrogations in the customary oddity squad manner.
I get the feeling that may be detrimental to your team. Perhaps we can be of assistance and maybe come to a better way of less violent way, possibly.
I'm listening, boyo. So you have to do a persuade. This is going to be a persuasion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Straight 6.
Oh no.
Can I help?
Yeah, the 6. Someone could maybe put it over the head to a 7. So what do you do to like kind of back at this point?
I'd help, but
Let's. I do have that camera. It might be better to send someone in first, just not to let them be suspicious that it's a police raid.
Okay, why don't you roll for it then? Roll with Wraith's faction of power.
I got double 6.
Oh, nice.
Whoa. Okay, so
Alrighty.
that puts him over the edge. Okay. I think he's going to agree to it, but he's going to demand a debt.
Very well.
He's going to say, "Well, Mr. Wraith, perhaps the RT squad may take a blind eye to whatever is going on here, but in return, I would like you to be my eyes within the Celestial Society."
Anything in particular you were looking for?
Oh, just the actions of our good friend Jumpin' Jack Parsons and whatever devil worshipping madness they're cooking up there in Pasadena.
I will say I do not believe it is devil worship.
Well, you'll have to fill
My
me in when the time
experiences.
comes.
From my experience and from what I have observed so far, I don't believe that his associations are very devilish.
All right, well, see? Our newfound friendship's paying off already. Now, why don't you go in there and see what you can discern. I'll give you about a few minutes, and then me and the boys in blue will come in and knock some heads, eh?
Thank you very much, Captain.
I would like to do 2 rolls.
Okay?
Number 1, I would like to roll on Wild to see if I know anything about Kitsune.
Oh,
I believe
sure.
That's their faction.
Yes, that is what Kit Kajiwara is, so.
Okay.
So, like, it kind of...
I don't know any damn thing about them. But on the other hand, I level up.
Whoa, might be a new record for, like, the fastest level up,
Well,
like, ever in this
you know
whole...
what? When you're a reporter,
You're always looking up stuff. Yeah. No, I love it.
it's like, I'm just going to go ahead and add another one to mind. Why not?
Nice.
Cool. Okay, so yeah, you're probably haven't heard the term before.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Not that
No,
widespread in
she
America.
only used the term earlier because somebody had already used it and she wanted to seem knowledgeable. And
Okay.
now we know that she's full of shit. So that's good for me to know moving forward. Because there's some information that I know about Kitsune that she will not know. For instance, that they can't say moshi moshi. That's why Japanese people say that on the phone. That's seriously where the tradition comes from.
Wow.
Is because a fox cannot say that, so if you say that to somebody on the phone,
And
You know they're not a trickster fox
and
spirit.
they don't respond back, you're probably talking to a fox. That's a little bit of telephone trivia for you. Like hello comes from ahoy. Telephones. Which is also why it drives me nuts in D&D when anybody says hello, because I'm like, nobody said that, then that word didn't exist. Okay. Anyway.
What was the other? Was there one more roll?
Yes, there's the other roll of Snoop, which is I'm keeping an eye out for trouble, and I roll with mind, and it's a hold kind of thing.
Okay.
So we'll see if I hold anything. Ooh, yeah. That's cool. So that's an 11, which means that I get 3 hold.
Whoa.
And the holds are basically questions that I can ask later on.
Okay.
So in this case, the questions that I can ask are, what's my best way in and out? Who or what here is not what they seem? What happened here recently? What here is the greatest danger to me and whose turf is this? But it works like a hold ask it when I
All right. Cool.
feel the need to.
Okay. So, are all you guys going to the tea house?
Yes.
All right. You all head in. I mean, right now the place is like totally empty because of the, police blockade outside. But you do see there is Mina, who is in the middle, who is in her ninja garb, and she's like she's kind of getting ready for a fight, or at least a fighting escape. Also there is Kit Kajiwara, who is this young, white-haired, apparently human woman, American, or Japanese American, who is looking particularly worried about the attack that might come. And lurking in the back in like the bar area, just gnawing on a cucumber, is Johnny Kappa. So, they watch you come in and they're getting like pretty worried.
I have my hands up, like showing that I'm not being aggressive, sort of very calm about it.
I still have the camera in my hands, something like this.
Max will just walk up to Mina. Mina, what have you gotten yourself into?
Well, Max, all I can say is it sounded like a good idea at the time.
You too, Johnny?
I bet you could say more than that. I mean, if you wanted to.
Who's this one?
Lisa Lewis, a reporter for the International Inquisitor. 2 Eyes on the Truth. Following,
We gather all types.
following a bit of a lead right now, trying to find out about the whereabouts of a particular celestial being of which the town is named after. Yes. Perhaps you have information about it, maybe. Also, there are a bunch of cops outside with Tommy guns.
And Kit Kajiwara's like, that seems like a little bit more pressing. I've talked to Mina here. I didn't know about this attack she was planning, or she apparently carried out last night. You can deal with the bulls outside. Maybe I'll get her to tell you what she told me.
Well, do you know really why they want to, you lot?
I get the feeling it's a lot of racism.
And Kit's like, I would say they got a laundry list of reasons, and yeah, Mr. 8, that's one of them for certain. But also, it does strike me as odd, a little convenient. The one person who knows where exactly, who knows the details of Merle Von Worm's plans, and then right afterwards the police show up, blaming her for the attack, and, if I had to, for the Oddity Squad, if they don't want to take suspects alive, they don't.
It's very true.
So it seems to be like this is some kind of a cover-up.
Oh, I'm sure.
Final
they've-
touches on a frame job.
I get the feeling Mr. Von Worm has been putting some funds into the squad.
Who is Mr. Von Worm?
That would be Merle Von Worm.
Merle Von Worm.
Why am I not
He is a
finding
dragon.
He's
that? Oh,
I don't think I put him in there.
no.
it's Merle from...
Yes.
Yes.
This is Patrick's character,
Yep.
who is now he went fully corrupt.
Oh, yeah.
So he's kind of like the bad. He's definitely a
What
major
faction
villain.
does he technically count
He's
as?
still wild.
Wild, I suppose.
Okay.
If you want to, you can do face to a name, or did your homework on him. 'Cause he's a pretty famous figure.
Yeah, is it okay if I do a do your homework, so he'd be powerful enough that I could
Oh
do
yeah,
your homework.
yeah, for sure. He's like a public figure.
Cool. I would much rather roll with mine than with the wild
Yeah.
action.
He's, you know, like Howard Hughes kind of style.
Gotcha. That is a 9.
Okay, so you probably haven't met him. You haven't given him an interview, but you definitely know, like, his oil company is huge. He owns, like, tons of businesses all over the world. Yeah, think like Howard Hughes, J. Paul Getty, that kind of wealth.
So wait, so one of the most powerful, well, I was presuming men up until this point in America is doing a frame job
Oh, yes. He is.
towards you.
I'm sure he wouldn't really want you writing this down, but he's a dragon.
Look, if we publish it in the Inquisitor, unless I have hard proof that he actually can turn into a dragon,
Oh, you must have.
or that dragons even exist, which quite frankly, outside of certain sects of white nationalists in the South, nobody's going around calling themselves dragons nowadays.
Oh.
I mean, it seems to me
Too
that
bad
you
you
are
weren't here,
in
yeah,
need of
last
a
night.
place to go.
I would think so.
But that's
And
why
Safe
we
haven,
have-
so to
Escape.
speak. Well, we were gracious
can't
enough to be
lie.
let into in an attempt to speak with you prior to things going south. It might be lucrative for you and yours to have things go south a little early, but perhaps to relocate yourselves to a certain club of mine, or rather, the hotel next to it, if you know what I mean.
she's like, Max, I thought you'd never ask. But how am I going to get out of here?
Up is always an option.
Any of you guys can fly?
I can do the
Sister,
Well,
do I
you're
have a-
Well,
I can do the...
pointing to the ninja garb.
Can I ask a
Yeah, I'm a ninja. Ninjas don't fly.
No, but you can get from building to building. And if you have Mr. Kappa here open up with, say, whatever weapon he probably has there behind the counter, then we can quote unquote fight and keep at the same time keeping the oddity squad at bay while you make your escape.
Miss Kajiwara,
With Miss Kachihara here as the innocent victim.
you seem to have possibly an ability that my newspaper would be very much interested in. And we do have a very good working relationship with the Oddities Squad. So if I could put you down as a figure of interest, there's no reason I couldn't walk you out that front door. Being as if there's an understanding. But that does mean that I would need to write an article. I'm thinking Mysteries of the Orient, Foxwoman revealed in LA.
Kajiwara's like, Mysteries of the Orient.
People love an Oriental aspect.
Do they now? You're going to have to roll Persuade for this.
I don't know what I roll on Persuade. Is that a heart?
It's hard.
Hard.
Oh, she has a little bit of that. Nope. For some reason, she doesn't want to be featured in Secrets of the Orient.
Yeah.
God.
Kit's like, look, I got plenty of that in Manzanar. Now, you saying you have a plan to get Mina out of here? You want us to fake a battle?
Yes.
Who are they faking a battle with?
Us.
Well, it beats fighting the cops.
I mean, I guess we could fake a battle, but I mean, the cops are going to show up, like, due to a fake battle, ain't they?
Well, they're already here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, if, you know, the Lisa Lewis got struck, the cops are going to probably retaliate. People tend to be very protective of me, like my alien boyfriend, for instance. God, he caught me when I fell off of so many buildings. I don't know why I kept falling off so many buildings. Honestly, at some point you'd think I would have stayed further away from the ledges, but you know, sometimes the scoop is right on the edge of a building. God, it was great that he could fly. Too bad he's in Area 51 now. Whatever.
Oh, man.
So we must stage a battle, right?
I'm just saying, it is a thought.
Okay.
We are quickly running out of time.
We are.
Yeah, you can already hear, like, they're starting to, like, pound at the door and holler and being like, ready or not, here I come.
I'll open up the door for Halloran just to talk to the guy.
Okay. So you're just, like, pulling it open a little bit?
Yeah, just a little bit.
He's like, Miss
Hey.
Lewis, our darling girl reporter. What's
How's
going on there?
We're just talking to the creepy crawlies right now, you know?
Oh, yeah.
trying to convince them that they might want to, be a person of interest for the International Inquisitor, and then, I can protect them. And of course, the paper would be more than happy to compensate you as well, as we have done in the past. Remember the time that you had that Chupacabra cornered? Oh, and the Bat Boy. God, everybody loves Bat Boy. Whew. He's living in a mansion now, you know that?
Oh man, Bat Boy.
Good times for Bat Boy. I forgot to mention that. Do you want to live in a mansion? She turns around and says that to Kit.
So are you trying to convince...
Yeah, now I'm trying to convince...
we'll have to do somebody roll a deception, too, for this fake battle as well.
I'm trying to convince Holleran now
Whatever
that,
stars.
like,
A4
my newspaper has such an interest in these that we would prefer that they not get injured because they're not as good interviews if they're dead. You know that we love this kind of crap. I mean, especially since post-war reconciliation, everybody's all into what the Japanese are doing. She didn't say Japanese, let's be real.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure I'm sure some particularly nasty slurs are being dropped all over the place.
It's just there's a modern filter on the horrible.
Oh, for sure, yeah. You're going to have to do a persuade for him.
Okay.
It's going to be difficult, because remember, his mission is to silence...
That's
Well,
okay.
I mean, Kajiwara doesn't care about, but...
Jack Parsons owes me 2 debts, so I'll cash in one of them right now.
This is for Halloran, though, not Jack Parsons.
Oh, shit. I forgot who I was talking to.
Oh, no. All right.
No, that's fine. Oh,
Okay.
We'll do Jack Parson. Let's go.
Halloran.
Yeah, sorry, Halloran. I'm just going to keep saying the wrong name over and over again. Yes, Captain Halloran. So we're doing another persuade. Awesome, she's so good at those. Well, that's an 8.
Okay, he's like... You can take the Foxwoman out. I have no interest in Miss Kajiwara.
Okay.
And you can interview her till the cows come home. However, Mina needs to come with us, and she will not be saying anything to anyone for the remainder of her very short life. Is that understood?
I mean, that's between you and Mina. I just want the Fox Lady.
Very good. Why don't you get her out of there, then?
All right. So I can get you out of here. Other, not so much.
Okay, Kit's like...
Oh.
Kit looks at Mina, and Mina's like nodding, like she wants Kit to get out of there.
You know what? I can probably take that turtle guy with us too.
Yeah, Mina is nodding to this too. But Kit, Mina's her friend. She doesn't really just want to abandon her. So instead, she's like, Max, promise me you'll get Mina out of here alive.
Well, I promise you she'll be safe.
All right. So I want you to owe. This is going to be a debt.
Okay.
All right.
To Kit?
Yeah, to Kit. Yes. Okay. So with that,
I don't want to just call you Mr. Turtle. What's your name?
Mr. Kappa, Johnny to my friends.
Yes.
I'll call you Johnny.
Yeah. Got any cucumbers? This one I just finished.
I got some pickles back in my hotel room.
Just take out the brine. Pickles are all right. I'll enjoy them. I like a good pickle as much as the next guy.
Okay, so I can get Johnny and Kit out of there before violence breaks out.
Yes. Okay, so they laid out. Halloran steps aside. The police kind of move back. So now, inside there, with the remaining of you three and Mina, you gotta tell me how you're faking this fight, and someone's gonna have to roll a deception.
Actually,
Oh, Azra?
yes, Mina, I do owe you a couple of debts for shaking you out of that tree. If you tell me to, I can go out there and provide a distraction.
She's like, that would put you on the outs with the LAPD. Is that all right?
I'm pretty sure they already have a kill on sight order for me.
Well, if it's not too much trouble.
It is alright. This actually won't hurt me at all.
Okay, so you charge out and I guess attack the Oddity Squad.
Yes.
I hope you don't do that with the camera on.
Oh no, I'm still protecting the camera.
Okay.
But yes, get Mina out of here if you can. I will
Okay.
see you all soon.
Let's have you roll for that.
Right, so since I'm doing this in the service of one of my instincts, serve the powerful, I get 2 armor for this. And I'm just going to try and, present myself as a monster. Tear it down. Gonna crash through the building. 2, 5, 7. That's a 9. If anyone wants to help me out a little bit, I can make it a 10.
I was going to charge up and actually do some elementalism.
I can probably help
I
out
can
in
help you out
that.
on that simply because,
Shit.
if you don't mind.
All right.
No, that's fine. I mean, the only way I'd be creating distractions by already being outside.
Okay.
Shit. I can't channel again.
But,
Oh no.
But if you want to instead, that's fine.
But yeah, I got one hold.
That's one more than you had.
I can cast one spell.
All right. This might be it.
Yep.
Unless he's already doing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some elementalism.
Yeah, I'll have you roll the deception one, the mislead distractor trait.
Yeah. So basically, as you sort of burst through, a lightning bolt comes in from the sky out of nowhere and hits one of the cars.
Whoa, that's a pretty good distraction.
Okay.
And then
Does
I
that
assume-
count as a help?
What was that?
Does that count as helping?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll just count that as a 10. Smash
You want me to
through.
roll to help out as well.
I think it's okay to count. I'll let it count there.
So I'll smash through any obstacles and get what I want, which is to be the target of the police.
Oh, absolutely. It's speaking of Superman. I think it's like that cover of like you just got the car over your head,
Yes.
and there's someone
I
going
pick up
like,
one of their cars.
ah!
I've got my 3 hold on the snoot, but I've not gotten to use it.
I know.
And I don't think that carries over into the next.
I'll let it carry over. Just in
Alright.
case. All right. So how are you making this distraction, Max?
With his own body, because I have the move if we're gonna go into something that is resembling combat. I'm gonna attempt to use my hold once I roll it to name a character within my reach, which is Mina, as I'm standing right next to her. And while the fight is happening, I intercept any attack directed at them, and they suffer no harm.
Nice.
Whoa. Okay. Cool.
I can roll to see how many times I can do that, but that'll be if once they start shooting at us, and not prior to.
Okay.
So, you want me to roll a mislead distractor trick? I can just roll that straight out for the oh no, she's getting away. Except maybe more convincing than that.
Yeah. Let's see you do that. Well, we'll see how well you roll.
Wearing it down, so I think
Oh, horrible!
No,
He apparently says
no.
it just like that.
Oh,
It's
dear.
real
Oh no,
bad.
she's getting away.
What did you?
I rolled a 3 straight out.
What? Oh, so you don't have anything to add.
My mind is 0.
Well then.
You can always let the lady with the 3 in mind help.
Well, I don't think any help's gonna happen here.
Yeah.
But some other, I mean, you may do something because, like, you and Mina go out the door. You're like, oh no, she's defeated me. Halloran is just like, obviously not buying this. The cops are distracted by the living statue and the lightning bolt and the car exploding. But they are starting to realize that Mina is dashing along. They're like training their guns on her.
Can I do something?
Yeah, and then we'll pop back to Max if need
I
be.
tell Kit, say pretend to be dead in Japanese. Say it loud.
This is like a kitsune power that I'm not aware of. So what does it do?
Huh? Just no, it's not a power. She just wants her to say aloud, pretend to be dead in Japanese.
Oh, to Mina. Okay. Yeah, I understand that. She won't roll up persuade. You don't need to roll up persuade for that. 'Cause she gets that idea.
Yeah.
All right. She shouts that out.
And I pull out my snub nose at that point and just shoot it freaking wildly because I'm not gonna hit. But
Okay.
as long as she knows to pretend. to
Right.
be
Yeah.
dead.
Mina drops. Let's have you roll a mislead distractor trick.
Sure. What's that with mind?
Plus mind.
Sweet.
Ooh, nice.
14.
Yeah. It totally. They buy it. Like the cops totally believe it. Well, the vampire was probably in league with Mina. You are definitely not, and you shot Mina dead apparently.
Yeah.
So Mina collapses there on the floor,
Okay.
on the sidewalk.
Okay.
All right. The police all like pause. Their gunfire. Halloran's like, we're gonna stand down.
She goes, twirls it and puts it back in her purse.
Halloran turns to you, Max, and he's like, "Can you call off your friends? That big stone fella in particular."
I still have his
I don't know if I have that power. He does what he wants.
Well, he better change his mind, or he's gonna find himself an enemy of the Los Angeles Police Department.
Well, I'm pretty sure we can settle our difference in a monetary matter, right?
Have him put that car down.
Hey! Put the car down!
I can't. I am under orders. But I can try for a friend. And I'm going to resist my instinct to serve the powerful. And hopefully it works. Spirit, I believe. Keeping my cool, yes. That's a 10 plus. So I successfully resist the order Mina gave me. And I put the car down.
I knew that would work.
All right. So set the car down. She just calm down a little bit. The police are not shooting anymore. One car is still on fire from the lightning bolt, but it's relatively calm. Halloran says, he's like pointing to Mina's body. It's like, well, seems that our job is done, but we'll need to, of course, scoop her up, take her to the morgue. I know you two are close. It's a sad thing, but well, she left her no choice.
To be honest between you and me, Captain, we have reason to believe that she might have had prolonged exposure to the angel, and my other employer besides the newspaper might want to investigate the body before anybody starts pumping embalming fluid into her or anything like that. I mean, if you don't mind.
Ooh. This is going to require Miss Lee distractor trick.
Okay. Well, that's something she's good at.
Actually, could I put a face to a name on Mina to... Or, wait, did I do that in the last
Yeah, I think
session?
you already did when
Yeah.
she attacked the party.
Yeah. I was just wondering if I could like figure out if I actually know that she's immortal.
I think you did.
Okay. I don't remember. I'm
Yeah.
That is a 10, by the way.
Ooh. Okay. So, yeah, I would say you could be like confused. I'm looking at the list
Yeah,
here.
I'm trying to confuse them and avoid further entanglements, mainly in that we get the body rather than the cops.
sorry.
Because
Okay.
they're going to figure out pretty fast that she's alive if they pick her up.
Yeah, I would say so. All right. So with that roll, he's like, well, saves me some unnecessary paperwork. So yes, take her away. Maybe you can dispose of her in your club there. All right. Well, I'll be seeing you all. He like tips his hat. You especially, Mr. Ray.
Of course.
Farewell.
Okay, so we'll relocate to Sapphire Club. Mina has recovered. No, she's not. She wasn't even dead,
How?
or she was not injured at all.
So here's the thing, my little turtle doves. I am going to need to write some sort of interesting story for my editor, or they're not going to pay those cops, and then they're going to be pissed. So this is a scam that like is going to require a story. Now, Johnny, I can give you like 5 sacks of cucumbers. If you don't mind me taking some pictures and running a story about it, yeah.
He poses.
Okay.
So that's what I like. That's what.
Shall I take the picture?
He's like, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
There you go.
All right.
That's the
picture.
Sunset Boulevard reference. One of my favorite movies.
By the way,
did you get it? Some Sunset Boulevard. That's what they says in that movie. My favorite movie.
I expect my hair to be floating face down in the pool by the end.
Oh
of this.
well, I never saw the end. I kind of walked out after.
It's
that.
also the beginning. So.
Oh right, yeah, I totally forgot. Look, I don't have much attention. in
Spoiler
movies.
alert for the first second of Sunset Boulevard. William Holden dies.
I totally forgot that part. Johnny Cab, but like he likes the movies. He's really just there for the popcorn and the snacks. So doesn't pay much attention to what's on the screen.
Now the nice thing is that I can work in some like sob story stuff about what you people experienced during the war. You know, get people thinking a little bit. You know.
All right, let's have you roll take a picture of Johnny Kappa and see how it goes.
Keep your cool, was it?
Yeah, to use the camera.
There we go. Oh, sweet. That's a 9 plus 2, 11.
Oh man, you are like your regular Ansel Adams. Oh, no, he's like Land. Who does cool portraits? A famous photographer.
Maplethorpe.
Exactly. Anyway, you snap some beautiful black and whites of Johnny Kappa there.
It's capturing the essence of the human spirit. Of course, it's not human.
Yeah, Kappa.
but I like to believe that he is, in his heart.
Ah, thanks.
I mean, this kind of stuff they love. I mean, this will at least get page 2 or 3, and that's going to be top dollars for the chief or captain. Now,
So Mina says, "You want another story? I'll give you one. Then I got to get out of town, maybe out of the country, away from Von Worm. If you're looking for the Angel, I would suggest Leviathan Studios. It's over there in Hollywood. It's a film studio that Merle has a pretty big stake in.
a dragon named his studio Leviathan. That's cute.
Yeah. Look, the guy's not exactly subtle. But anyway, that's the place where he had me meet for all the arrangements, and I
He
think,
used to be subtle.
well, he's changed.
He's definitely changed.
Yeah.
Was he ever subtle?
I don't know if you guys
To be
have
honest.
heard about this, but one of the other major studios is run by a rat. So I'm beginning to get the feeling that literally no studio is run by a human.
It is highly possible.
Just don't ask about the Icky Monday and the Good Time Goofballs.
Which reminds me, they asked information about the angel. They wanted information about the angel, but I have no idea why. What do they want?
Mina's like, the motives of those things are unfathomable. I've been alive for centuries, longer even. Every so often I've encountered old ones like them.
They don't seem old. In fact, I think I'm much older.
Are you talking about
Oh, no.
the angel here?
No,
Well, no, the
squids.
angels are their own thing, but the Good Time Goofballs.
They are living cartoon characters.
Well, that's disgusting. And
They are
also
disgusting.
anti-intellectual.
They're a lot worse than that. And Azra, you're as old as the stone. These guys, they're even older than that.
Huh.
The goofball, just a new mask they put on.
So wait a second. So we're going to be fighting living cartoons? Is that what's happening next?
Well, for now, I would say go to Leviathan Studios. Investigate it. You can find a way in. You might be able to get a line on the angel there.
Sounds great.
Alright, now if you excuse me, I've got to get out of here.
Good luck.
Before you go, Mina, I'd like to cash in one of my debts.
Okay,
Yes.
she's like, who do you want killed?
Well, I was gonna go with gives me some worthy and useful gift without cost.
Oh, she's like, well, in that case, I know just the thing. And she like takes out her katana, her ninja sword, and she's like, use it well.
I will.
All right, so you can add you've acquired quite a few cool weapons.
Yes,
But yeah, now you can add
We
a
have the
very deadly ninja katana.
the Panzerhaus submachine gun above the mantle on the side letter.
Oh, nice.
It's leaded. It's non-operational. I promise.
So does Leviathan Studios fall under mortality, or is that also falling under wild? Because it's
I'd be okay with wild. If you want to look up like some tags for it, I mean, I would say it is magical, it's messy, it's close, it's gonna do a lot of harm. Maybe like 3 harm. 3 or 4.
I thought you were talking about Leviathan Studios.
No, this is for the you can say Mina's sword.
I think I was looking more for Leviathan Studios and how it relates to the mortal world, as in how to get in there.
Sure, okay.
Which I think maybe would be a mortality roll instead, or
I can see a case for that. You want to do hit the streets?
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
Okay.
like I'm looking to maybe know a guy that can get us in
Sure.
using my I know a guy ability,
Oh yeah, that's even better. Okay,
Yeah.
go for it.
which is a hit the streets or put a. I'm basically looking for a contact that can
Right.
get us in there without any problems. And that is an 11.
Whoa. All right.
Hey, you know reporters.
Yeah. Well, actually, I would say the person who can get you in is another reporter,
Oh, okay.
who is Morris the Mole Moulton.
Oh, great. Maury and I go way, or Manny the Mole. Sorry.
Yeah.
Manny and I go way back.
He's been doing a big story about Leviathan. You know, there's all those actors there. That's tabloid gold.
Oh yeah.
So he already has an in.
I mean, the amount of like extra money you can make on just like keeping their little dirty secrets. It's pretty good living you can make off that.
he can get you smuggled in as just like extras, which is kind of how he's been getting in and out.
I can be a prop.
Yeah. Does that sound like? And that would be you can, with his help, he'll sneak you in.
Yeah,
no problem.
any big weird sci-fi epics that they're working on, maybe with an Asian twist right now?
He's like, well, the whole studio now, I would say, is all about one particular turkey, Bride of the Werewolf.
Huh. Doing a werewolf pick.
Yeah. I guess Lon Chaney has got give everybody werewolf fever. But this is one dog that won't hunt. I doubt will make Boffo B.O. But hey, Leviathan Studios is footing the bill. And I can get you in.
I would not say I would work well as an extra, but possibly special effects.
Alright, look, as an extra, you don't gotta do anything, you just stand around. That's why
Yeah,
it's perfect
It's
for
more
my
of
cover.
the color of my skin.
But I mean, working on special effects, it's like a whole union thing. Extras are, scabs, basically.
Hey, I'll keep you in the shadows. When you're with the mole, you learn how to dig. Can you dig it?
He always does the double dig.
It's my
Sure, I
trademark.
understand what he
It's a
means.
good one.
And you, Mr. Max, just gotta make sure they don't look at you too much. You're leading man material if I ever saw one. Alright, well, follow me. I'll get you in. So with that, you guys head kind of across town. You go to Hollywood and head to Leviathan Studios for Bride of the Werewolf. Any other preparations you guys want to make before you get there?
No,
Should
I write up my amazing story and develop some film and
Oh, sure. Like the Kappa scoop.
yeah.
It's a good one. All right. Any other prep?
If I can get a picture from eating like his cucumbers to boot.
Oh, he's
The
way
cucumbers, I
yeah.
feel like, are a real humanizing bit of his story.
Yeah. Not too hard to get a picture of him chowing down on those.
Is he like a super traditional Kappa with like the freaking water in his head?
Oh, I didn't give him that. That'd be a little. I couldn't really make that fit for.
Yeah. But he's a turtle guy.
Yeah. I mean, he's like a human illusion, but yeah.
Oh.
Think we're okay. We'll go right ahead to.
Yeah. The only thing I would do is investigate a place of power prior
Okay.
to, but that's probably going to be when we get there.
I guess I'll
Yeah, that's
continue
fair.
my Snoop hold.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. So, the Bride of the Werewolf set. If Hollywood's a dream factory, this place makes dreams you forget in the seconds after wakefulness. Leviathan Studios is a B-movie assembly line, cranking out cheapies, weepies, odors, creature features, and other assorted cinematic draws. Bride of the Werewolf looks to follow that tradition. The central set shows a Gothic castle, the home of werewolf prince Andrei Ionescu, the werewolf of the title, currently played by slumming Hollywood hunk Brick Buck. He currently sits in his chair, uncomfortable in bad werewolf makeup that makes him look like an overgrown skunk. Morris, the mole molten the skulking about looking for Hollywood gossip. Either one could be a font of information if you ask the right questions. So yeah, this is a movie that is celebrating, I mean, very historically inaccurate, but it is about Andrei Ionescu. That is, he is the titular werewolf who the bride is of.
So who, like the actor is on the stage? Is the director, producers, anybody like that around?
They're kind of like between takes right now. They're just sort of like getting ready, so the director is probably grabbing some coffee, getting some things set up. Brick Buck like just finished getting all his makeup on. He's just kind of glowering, sitting in his seat.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out. We're here to like find we think the angel is in the studio. Like,
Yes.
Okay.
According to Mina, this is where the angel would be.
Okay. I would like to find the producer.
I mean, the producer is Merle Von Worm.
Oh well, he's not going to be here.
Yeah, he is not.
Maybe the director then.
Okay. I just gotta invent this character out of whole cloth.
Nope.
Oh, why don't I go ahead and do a Snoop? Who or what here is not what they seem.
Okay, that's fair.
Is that something that works better?
Yeah, I mean, I can do a director real quick.
Okay.
A fancy pants Hollywood director slumming it is not hard to do.
Yeah.
Okay, his name. No, I can't do EE because I already did GG.
Oh no, the double initials thing was pretty popular in the 50s.
It is. Oh, it is very cool. I want to do someone like Loren Lorenz from Hail Caesar. If you've seen that one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Would that it were so simple. So yeah, his name is E.E. Enfield.
E. Anfield.
Yes, and you find him looking over. He's wearing, like the beret, his like spectacles, pencil thin mustache, jawed person. He's like looking over the script as they're getting the shot ready.
I'm gonna. Well, I can see you back in those days. You didn't really have the monitoring system that you do now, but you'd still like frame up the shot.
Yeah, they're getting like the camera crew. It's getting all set up. I don't know anything about how movies are made, especially back then.
Huge fan of your work, really.
Oh, well, always
Lisa
wonderful to
Lewis.
meet a fan.
Well, I'm not just a fan. I'm also a reporter. Lisa Lewis, International Inquisitor, Two Eyes and the Truth. Our readers love B movies, but I gotta tell you, this is the best werewolf makeup I've ever seen.
Oh, I know, it's dreadful.
Can I show you a picture?
You have something,
I can show you a better werewolf than that.
very well.
Check this out. She like pulls out her briefcase and goes to the photos that Jerry took while he was dying.
He's like,
Look at this one here.
my God.
That's a werewolf, buddy.
The sheer vitality, the brutality, the bestial power contained within these images. It is, in a word, thrilling.
Right?
But I
Without
can't exactly...
tickling a pickle.
Oh, thank you. Why are you showing me these, though?
Well, I mean, my paper might be interested in financing a movie such as yours. Maybe helping to improve the special effects with things that are closer to the real deal.
Oh, yes. I'm afraid for me, it's going to be Son of the Werewolf, Bride of the Son of the Werewolf, Son of the Werewolf Returns. Ionescu apparently has quite a litter and quite a lot of fiction and folklore about this figure. It's werewolves all the way down.
Can I put a face to a name with the Ionescu?
Sure. Maybe you know the truth about him.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'll roll a 9.
I'll have to ask Nick if he's like still alive at this point. You think?
That's
or
a
maybe he's-
9.
How long has it been since? Yeah, that's
I mean, we last saw him in like the 1910s. It's 1950, so it's like 40 years.
And he was like,
He was really
he
old
first
then.
showed up in
Yeah, in like
Salem.
1690s. So
Salem,
he's
so,
already
yeah.
a couple hundred years old.
Oh yeah.
50 years isn't that much compared to that.
That's true. I would say he's technically still alive, but he's gone way dark.
Whoa. Okay.
So, I do
He's
know
definitely
there-
gone corrupt
So
over the.
No. I
What do you mean
like,
gone
the
dark,
grid,
like off the grid?
off-
Okay.
way off the grid.
I see.
And like the only people who know where he is exactly is his immediate family.
I can't say that can get you the real Ionescu here, but I can get you some very realistic stunt wolves. Take care of your whole makeup problem.
That it would.
I'm just looking for something that might be on the lot in return.
Yes, I am indeed setting a bit of a quid pro quo. You might do a persuade for this guy.
Okay. That's hard. Dang it. That's still an 8. I think that's a literal quid pro quo, isn't it?
Okay, he's like, if I were you, the set of the Mad Scientist's laboratory, which is just next door, our producer, Merle von Worm, was in there for quite some time, and it was a closed set, though no cameras were admitted. Very strange, but one is used to such things when you work with the great von Worm. However, he issued some terrible warnings about that he's storing volatile chemicals of some sort there. I don't know the details. He actually, our leading man there might have caught a glimpse if one of you or your friends would like to talk to him.
I think while this is happening, I was hoping to investigate a place of power to see if there was any sort of wards or anything like that in the studio.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. But yeah, he says the mad scientist laboratory, but there's something in there.
Yeah, sorry, my character's been yapping
That's
a
all right.
lot. She's a freaking reporter.
It works. No. 12.
Whoa. Okay. Yes.
Wait. Investigate is with the faction. Sorry.
Yeah.
So what faction would that be, actually?
Let's go with wild. That's
Okay,
what
so
Merle
no,
is.
it's actually not as big. It's 10, but still.
Oh, the super. No, the super success. Yeah.
But, yeah.
All right. So yeah, you definitely sense that there is. You could sit. There's Merle's power is lingering in like the studio lot, like next door to this one.
Okay.
At the Mad Scientist set.
So
Yes.
Is that the name of the Mad Scientist is the name of the movie, or it's
No, it's just another set for the bride of the world. There's a mad scientist.
scientist in it? Got it.
Yes.
I'd put a face to a name on the actor that is underneath all that.
Oh, sure. Brick Buck. Okay.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. Ian-esque is a great story, but I'm just surprised that your boss isn't more interested in things like the Wolf Brigade during World War II. You know.
Well, look, I really want to direct the Bard's work, but it's all monster movies for me.
You know, Winter still has a bear in it.
Oh, that's true. I should bring that up to Mr. Von Worm.
that is true. Winter does have that.
Anyhow, maybe the Wolf Brigade stuff is a little too close to home for him. Oh, so how'd you do with that?
Is Brick mortality?
Yes.
Then it's an 8.
Okay. This is put a face to a name.
Yes.
All right. You might have seen Brick Buck in some movies. His career is like kind of. He's a pretty like average hunky leading man. But yeah, his career is like kind of stalled, and now he's doing this B movie. So you can tell, like, yeah, his career's in a rut.
Well, if it's okay, then I'd like to approach Buck and
Okay. He's like unscrewing top of a hip flask with like his big fake werewolf paws.
I'll hand him his own flask already uncouth, because that's what I do. I give people drinks.
Hey, good on you, brother. Need every last drop to survive this turkey. Here you go. Anyway, what can I do you for? You a fan? Like an autograph?
Well, Brick, I always, you know what? Better than an autograph. I'd like you to come down to my place at some time and take a picture, maybe sign that photo for all the people that come by my place. I don't know if you know me. I'm Max King. It's very good to meet you. I own a little Sapphire Club downtown. Might have heard of it.
I get you. Put a little bit of that Brick Buck glamour out there for the common folk to get a glimpse of.
Exactly.
I can see.
Won't hurt anything.
All right.
I was hoping maybe I've been kind of, not to step on your toes, but I've been kind of looking into getting into show business myself. Any words of wisdom you can share?
You might do a persuade for this guy.
Okay. We'll talk about it over drinks. So I'm attempting to be irresistible with Max.
Oh no, yeah, I can see that. That's good. Whoa.
I needs it with that, but
Oh man, I know.
I think
Coming
you
back
gotta
strong
roll
from
better.
that.
yeah, you know.
Oh yeah, he's like,
Start roll.
yeah. Here's some advice. Here's a little producer who isn't a total weirdo like Merle Von Worm. You know what I caught the guy doing?
No.
So he was over in this. I had to go into the mad scientist laboratory. I want to talk to him, argue about my the payment I'm getting for this, which should be higher considering that I got to be in this crazy werewolf getup for half of the scenes. Anyhow, I come in. The guy has like these look kind of like big old balloons, these like big glass sort of orbs, and he's breathing into them, and he's breathing fire into them. Now, look, I heard of smoking, but like that's ridiculous. So he sets them like all around, like he's, I don't know, planting charges or something, setting out landmines. He's got them all around there, and then they got the the mad science. They have the operating table.
Yeah.
Anyhow, there's a shape under there. I guess they got some dummy, what I assumed.
Sure.
But it looked like it was moving around under the white sheet. Anyway, Von Worm left them all there. Then he gave me a little wave, and vamoosed out somewhere else.
All right. Well, thank you for that. I'll be sure to avoid producers like that in the future.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you could, put in a good word for me at some point in time.
Hey, man. I'll do what I can.
Well, when you stop by, be sure to bring the mask.
Oh, will do. And you keep my tab open.
Naturally.
All right, so I assume you kind of get back together, share what you guys learned.
Yeah.
Funny thing. Next door at the lab is where apparently he's been setting charges.
Yeah. Got a good impression that that might be where the angel is located, or was located. Let's be real, we might not catch up right now.
I did sense that at least his power was there.
I
Well,
learned nothing.
Brick did say that he did see
That's
somebody
okay,
there.
buddy.
So, with any luck, she might still be there.
So what would be the best way in or out? The mad scientist set. I am going to use one of my sneak
Yeah.
things finally.
I would say a way that would not trigger the bombs. I mean, the bombs, they're a little
Yeah.
bit different than that, but in effect, that's what they are. Is to use the catwalks. So that way you don't have to go, like, into the bottom.
Yeah. Well, based off the information you've given me, if we move up onto the catwalks, we should be able to not trigger the bombs.
So, okay.
All right, so you guys take the catwalks?
Very well.
Would you say that it's a different scene from the last time I channeled?
Oh, yeah, for
Okay.
sure. Yeah, several hours have passed.
Yeah.
Let's
so-
try it again. Just got worried for a sec there.
9.
That was a 1.
So, 7 or 9, I hold 3, and I choose one from the list below. Okay. And mark corruption. Yeah. Only 1.
All right, so next door in the mad scientist set, you go on the catwalks. You can look down. It is like your classic Frankenstein's lab kind of setup. It's alive. It's alive. They got a big operating table with a white sheet, human shape under it.
Take pictures of this.
Oh, really keep your cool. And then all around there's gonna be like 10 of these orbs. Each one. Oh, hold on. What happened?
I got a 6.
I'm going to assist.
What's
your-
no.
You might want to do
What's
that.
your faction?
Wild.
I'm still going to try to assist.
Otherwise, the camera's broke.
Yeah, that's a 6.
That's a 6.
Well, the good news is you already took some great pictures and saved them, I hope. But yeah, the camera's gone.
See, this was my basic concern.
Is there a way to repair it? Otherwise,
Well, like immediately right now.
no. What happened to the camera was this.
No. Well, those bits like fall down, and below there are these orbs. Look kind of like those, aquatic mines on chains. They're sort of like floating in the air, and they are full of like contained dragon fire.
Just on the off chance that there's something even more dangerous, what here is the greatest danger to me?
I mean, it's obviously the dragon fire, but I will say this: the figure under the sheet might be not dangerous, but given your history or your ancestry, very alarming.
Okay.
But yeah, the fire orbs are the most dangerous
Okay.
to everybody. And in fact, you notice that like kind of at the center on like the sitting on the on top of the white sheet of figure is like a clock that's like slowly ticking down. So like these things will, if they're not triggered, they will blow up at a certain point.
Okay. Is there seeming like there's some way of getting in there that? Well, I guess I'll do my file. Hold on. What's the best way in out, as in getting around these exploding landmines?
It's gonna be tricky, but you can use the catwalks to like go above. But probably some kind of power is going to be used to either defuse them, get the angel out of there before they blow up. You can go like the catwalks do extend like right above. So
It looks like he's planning to blow this angel up. As far as I can tell.
How many mines are there?
10?
there's like a dozen.
How are they triggered? By touch?
Yeah, or by the clock ticking.
Look, I think that we can get the angel up and out of there by like affixing something and pulling her up onto the catwalk. Or it. I don't know what an angel's gender is.
Couldn't tell you.
Do any of you have like flying abilities? He has the ability to break a camera.
The most I can do is teleport.
I am sorry about that.
No, it's fine. I've got another one.
Can you teleport things?
Actually, I can't
Or
say
just
that.
yourself?
I can't just say that I have another
believe it's
one.
just
That'd be
myself.
fun if she had another.
Oh yeah, I gotta back up.
Yeah.
Escape a situation.
And then she
with,
starts taking pictures
Yeah, it just
herself.
says spend one hold to teleport yourself a short distance.
You can get down there with that.
Yeah, I can get down there.
Can you teleport another person back up with you?
I don't believe I can.
No, but if he teleports down there, you can tie a rope.
I could also jump down there and toss the angel up to her.
Wouldn't literally everything explode if you jumped down?
It would, but you may have a few seconds. Also, if you're like a big stone man,
I can survive an explosion.
or if you have, magical force fields.
Yes.
I mean, if you want to jump down there and blow it all up while there's a force shield going on to protect the cargo, then all we have to do is pull the cargo out after everything's gone kablooey, right?
I can at least I can teleport down there and possibly put a shield on her. So that would use up all of my spells. I
Or
can
you-
actually
can
extend
you-
said
I
shield
like
to everyone.
his idea a little better, especially if you have a shield ability and he can just throw the angel to us. Then you're only shielding one spot.
Very true.
Do you think that you can time it in such a way that you toss the angel up to us fast enough that like we don't all die in a fiery explosion?
Yeah. I believe I can. I can also guard the angel with my own body.
Is that a possibility?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, why don't we just do that? That's easy enough.
All right. So Azra's jumping
It might
down.
be safe here on the catwalks, but
Well, I
a
mean,
little
if-
shield wouldn't hurt.
If you put up the shield, then I can get some shots.
It's basically I believe it is a bunch of I can put personal shields on everyone and if possible, and I believe I can do it on the angel as well if need be.
Doesn't hurt.
All
Or
right.
I mean, alternately, I can clear out of here, or you can clear out of here, or whatever.
Yeah, so I'm gonna spend 2 of my hold to cast the shield.
All right, you guys
so
get the
that everyone
shields?
Gets +1.
Azra, looks like you roll let it out because like I can say takes hold definite hold of something.
Oh, are
hold
we
it
just giving you
exposed.
+1 armor?
Yeah,
That's all the shield
That's
does.
what the shield does.
Yeah, she's not sticking around.
Yeah.
Like, she was expecting like big force shield. She's like, wait, where's the big force shield?
Yeah, Azra, how'd you do
Why is
with
that
how'd you do
personal?
with that?
I
Yeah,
can
she's-
also
she's-
use tear
Oh.
it down,
Ah,
move through obstacles, and get what I want, which is the
Okay.
angel.
would you rather use that move?
I'd actually rather use that move, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good. Okay, go for it.
Well, Nekus, I'm gonna go with what you said. Maybe let's go get a camera and we can film the whole
Since
thing.
I'm serving one of my instincts, protect the valuable, I'll get 2 armor for this.
Oh, so are you planning to go down
So you
and
know,
grab her and
3
then
more.
run out the front door in front of an explosion?
Well, I did get a 10 plus and 11. So, I just move through obstacles and get what I want, which is the angel.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm gonna go outside and position myself to take pictures of him busting through the front door. That seems to be his modus operandi, is busting through doors.
All right, you jump down. You lie next to the angel. You whisk her up, and they're like carrying her out.
Moving
Bride of the
faster,
Monster style.
moving faster than you think a statue would.
These explosions start going off because you rolled the 11. They're not going to get you, but yeah, fire was like rushing all over. You dash out of the studio of the set, just as explosions and flame consume everything behind you. Very cool shots.
Yes.
Did you guys stick around, Wraith?
No. I as soon as I saw that he was fine, I think I left.
All right. So you make it out. You're now kind of like in the open air of Hollywood,
Slightly singed, but still
and
alive.
yeah, this robe, this blanketed form starts to like move and wriggle.
Can I put a face to a name? Maybe figure out who exactly I'm holding?
Well, I mean, you got to take the sheet off.
Alright, I'll take the sheet.
All right, the sheet is removed, and you see, it's familiar to the angel you knew last night. However, the magical elements of it are totally gone. Instead, there is a fully human Puritan woman who is now lying on the floor. Furthermore, she has like 2 flintlock pistols that she has drawn. She is standing up. She's like blinking, a little, very, unsure of herself, as anyone would be who was possessed by weird spirits and now is waking up several centuries later in 50s LA. So she's like, just points them both at you and is like, foul demon,
I am not a demon. I am a statue.
to hell with you. And she, actually, I want you to really keep your cool. She fires both pistols.
I still do have the armor.
Yes, you still have that armor.
Including the one that I
So,
gave you.
8. Salute. Alright.
Alright, I would say it takes out the armor, but...
All 3 of them?
Oh, I forgot. You had the extra 2. It takes out 1 armor, because an 8's pretty good. Yeah, and also you're made of stone, so like her pistols fire, but the magical armor deflects it. She then, holsters those pistols. She has like a big bow and a quiver of arrows on her back. She's pulling that out, swinging them around, aiming them at, I'm gonna say at you, Max. She's totally able to figure out what you are. Mm-hmm. And she's like, bloodsucker fiend, prepare to meet thy doom.
Is that what he is? God, I've been trying to figure that out for the longest time.
Silence,
Always the
strange woman. Where am I?
Okay.
Foul demons abound here.
These
Wait.
foul demons just saved your life.
Okay, really quickly.
So would speak the devil with a serpent's tongue. I am Goody Pruitt. Prepare to meet thy doom.
Okay, Goody Pruitt. I am.
Yes.
Yeah. Good to know. I'm a direct descendant. You are in the future from your time period.
What?
Yeah, it's freaky.
Witchcraft.
More likely than not, and we will find out who did this to you and kill them, maybe?
Yes.
I know this about my family's history. She was really into the killing witches bit. There are tons of witches in this city. I don't happen to be one, as you know. If I'm a descendant of yours, clearly I'm good. Also, werewolves, those are awful, right?
True.
Her husband was killed by a werewolf.
Yes, yeah.
But I believe she kind of got fairly
Yeah,
close
I mean,
with,
she was.
with Andre.
Look, I'm gonna say her
Yeah.
effect of being possessed is kind of let
Right.
some
Some of her
So-
old stuff.
yeah. She's kind of she's sinking back to her base instincts. I think in this moment.
But the fact of the matter is, this is a town full of sinners. It's a whole den of iniquity kind of thing going on. On the other hand, guns now are much better than the guns that you've got. So, maybe don't do with the shooting quite so much.
Someone's gonna have to roll a persuade.
Also, we are not exactly in the clear. We need to get everyone out of here. So
They did just set up several explosions.
There is probably going to be a dragon coming after us really soon.
All right.
Dragons are real, and
I'm
apparently
aware
they-
that dragons are real.
Okay. Well, apparently they run movie studios and...
What is a movie?
Right.
What manner of witchcraft is that?
Imagine a portrait, but moving around.
Yes, I can imagine that. It moves around by foul magic and devilry.
exactly.
Yeah, something like that. At any rate, so this guy controlling all that foul magic and devilry is about to show up right here, right now, and he's going to probably try to kill the lot of us.
All right, so you got to roll a persuade to calm her down here. But yeah, she's definitely. I can see her following that.
Let's see, that's with heart, so that is a 9. If somebody wants to assist to
I mean,
bump
I
it up
did
to
sort
a
of
10.
try and help with.
Yeah, I can
sort
see
of-
that.
So.
My
Okay.
faction's mortality.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, there you go.
10.
So we're up to a 10.
Okay, so she puts the arrow back and lowers her her bow.
I would not put that bow away just quite yet. We may need it.
She's like, the weapons of the Lord are ever at my side, but clearly I am in a strange and hellish new place. Lead on. Where are we going? Yeah, how are you guys making your escape? Studio is on fire.
We gotta go somewhere.
In fact, you guys can hear some dragon wings beating in the distance.
Yeah. I almost guarantee, by the way, that since this is the 50s, my character would be wearing a hat, so Goody Pruitt wouldn't be upset about my head being uncovered.
All right, that's something. That's one thing she's not upset about.
On the other hand, she can see my legs.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Not all of them, but more than is appropriate.
Lord have mercy.
Yes. Well,
Shall I
At least.
destroy more walls and get us out of here?
Yeah, getting out of here is probably a good
yes,
idea.
at least.
Yeah, I would say, do you guys take like a cab, or how did you? I should have asked this
Oh.
earlier.
I don't know, can you
I'm
like just
assuming
incredible
I'm
Hulk
assuming
across-
just like before we took my car.
Yeah, it's kind of. I got because you also
Park
like
over there.
automobiles, so or a bicycle in his case.
Yep.
But yeah, I imagine you took his cool ride. All right, so you
I
race.
also have a decent car.
Oh, okay. Do you double up, or did you take just his?
Probably doubled up. Why not?
All right. So you guys are
You mean
racing.
doubled up as in took 2 cars, or doubled up as in rode together?
That's a good question. I think that we probably took 2 cars.
That's fair.
That would be nice. I don't imagine a bike would outrun a dragon.
All right. Speaking about running a dragon, you guys are you race out. You leave the smoldering ruins of like half of the studio. You dash outside to see your cool roadsters on the curb, and as you're getting in, Merle, now in his dragon form, is like swooping down, looking like he's ready to finish the job with a burst of flame.
Click.
What are you guys doing?
Hmm. Okay. So this is a little bit outside of technically the spell of Veil. Technically, the wording of spell of Veil is make yourself invisible, but could I possibly extend it to the car?
Sure. Why don't we roll for it? Do like a let it out, and we'll see if that can. Maybe if you do really well, it'll be like goes to both cars.
That's an 8.
All right, Rafe, are you riding with
I'm at least
with Lisa or
I'm
with?
riding on with whatever car has Miss Pruitt.
All right, she's probably riding with Lisa, so we'll say you're in her vehicle, and then Azra and Max are in the other. All right, that car is invisible.
Yeah. Like right before that, I'd say my apologies. I mean you no harm in doing this, and I turn.
She's like, more witchcraft. The hand of Satan is in this horseless chariot,
to be
and now it's invisible. It's even worse.
It
to
goes
be fair,
invisible.
I am not from your lands.
I do have to know, so far, great grandma, the stories about you are very accurate.
I'm glad. All right, but your car is invisible.
She
You were
was
able
known
to
as
see
the
away.
most remorseless woman in Salem.
I can.
Meanwhile,
Well, if
what are
their
you
car
two doing?
goes invisible, then I'll just scream out, I guess follow me, because I can't follow the invisible car. And he'll just try to drive away to get away.
Okay, I think you're gonna have to read, or you're gonna have to roll escape a situation.
Okay. Where is that one? Escape situation.
It's blank.
Are you riding?
That's good on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about Max.
That's going to be a 10.
Nice.
Oh, sorry, 9.
I'll help you out.
How are you assisting with this this dragon flying behind you?
7.
I'm
two.
going to try and
math.
throw things at him.
Like
Just slow him
the
down.
seats?
Do you mind, Max?
I have insurance.
Just rip out the car seat and tuck it
What's
with
the
the
name
dragon.
of the club again?
The Sapphire.
Snake eyes.
Ooh,
Ooh, that's bad. You
All right.
tear out the engine and throw it.
you get to pick one.
So, on a 7 to 9, choose 2. I'll go with... I'll suffer harm during my escape, and I'll owe someone a debt for my escape.
Okay, you could owe Azra because you kind of messed up a little bit.
Wouldn't it be the other way around?
Well, I don't know. Both of you guys didn't roll the best as you could. All right, so I will say you take a harm.
I did level up. From
Azra, you're actually Azra, you really keep your cool. I was going to say the car gets a bit of dragon fire on it.
That's a 10.
Okay, you only lose 1 armor, which you had a bunch, so you're probably okay.
Still have 1 left.
Alright. So I guess that 1 harm would take my shield.
Yeah.
So I say to my driver, because I think that I probably have a driver.
Oh, from the newspaper gave you one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's a woman that's supposed to be driving cars in the 50s. Okay. While we're invisible, don't drive. because I have a feeling that you will get in a horrible accident. Also, the engine running is going to tip off Big Ugly up there.
Jesus, lady, you're the expert on this kind of stuff, not me.
I told you it was going to be a crazy ride when you're with the International Inquisitor.
Goody Pruitt's like, did thou take the Lord's name in vain?
What did I say?
No, he said Jesus.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry, I'll flog him later.
Yeah, the guy kills the engine. So yeah, Merle makes some passes for a little bit, and then he can't hold his dragon form for that long. So he swoops away and starts sailing elsewhere.
As soon as he's gone, I drop the hill.
Now let's head over to the Sapphire Club.
All right, so we'll kind of do a little another scene at the Sapphire Club. Goody Pruitt is there. Also there is Gigi Gaskins. Parsons is like still hanging on Celestial Society, recovering. Gaskins kind of explains this, that Parsons is, the loss of the angel hit him kind of hard, so he's with his wife in Pasadena recovering. Gaskins is like, well, this is most interesting when he sees Goody Pruitt in her totally human form.
Yeah, my great some odd number grandma.
How do you do, madam? And she can tell something's up with him, so she just kind of glares at him.
She basically doesn't like anybody, but that's like her way.
I like the godly, and I have not found very many of them here.
I got a Bible back in my hotel room.
Thank the Lord. Sir, do you sell alcohol on this premises?
That I do.
This is a hall of sinners and must be destroyed. Where is the nearest torch so I may burn it to the ground?
Should we have just left it to burn?
But I have a permit.
Then I shall let this public house exist for the moment. And she like fumes as she like sits down on one of the stools.
Can I ask, there was a part of the memoirs kept by the family that you discovered a pawn shop run by Satan. Is that like the Satan?
Oh, you mean Lars. There was indeed something of the devil about him. But in the end, he became something of a friend of mine, as did many back then. And she thinks for a while, and she's like, the world, what passed? I remember I was on the deck of a flying ship.
Okay, so let's...
And then I made an agreement. I sacrificed myself and let these spirits called the Quillpoth, use me as their host. But everything after that is like a strange haze, a half-remembered dream.
Sure. So really quickly, number one, we're not part of England anymore. We have our own country called the United States of America.
Good, those are all sinners in England,
Yeah.
papists and the like. I despise them.
Yeah. As of yet, we have not had a Catholic president, so you'll be happy to know that. 1960 is going to be sad for her.
I'm pretty sure the future's plenty sad for her already.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. What else should I do to catch you up? Okay, so there were some other wars. There was like this one war in 1812, which we had creatively called the War of 1812. Let's see. We fought each other. We ended slavery. Then there was the Reconstruction, where we kind of messed everything up badly.
Gaskin says, if you'll permit me, I'm afraid this history lesson might to take a back seat. There's another most alarming development.
Oh, sure. Well, also we had 2 world wars, one of which was against this German dick.
Goody Pruitt's like, good, the Germans are sinners. Also the English are sinners.
So it seems we're
The
all
French are
sinners.
sinners. All nations on earth are sinners.
You are not going to like this town.
I take offense to that, but I am not going to say anything.
You are a sinner.
Are you a sinner?
Yes. I hate it. That is why I must fight sinners. Only then will my heart be at peace. Anyhow, the fat man was saying something.
Strange way of...
Gaskin says, oh, she's very strange. But the Quillpoth,
I will say,
that were in
Christianity
her.
in and of itself is strange.
oh, agreed. Well, the spirits that were in here, they've been removed. Von Worm, he spoke to me about this. He said he was working on rituals that would take the Qlipoth away, take that essence, leaving her back in her current state. And that's about the limit of what we spoke of it. So he must have taken the essence with him and is using it for some dark and terrible power.
So it seems.
I mean, aren't the Qlipoth in and of themselves a dark and terrible power? I probably should be rolling on power before saying that, but I feel like it's family history, so.
Would I have?
Yeah, I mean, you could roll maybe to, like, say if you know, like, a lot about it or a little
Sure.
about
Is
it.
Qlipoth our power, right? Are they wild? What are they?
They're really, I mean, I'm not sure what I exactly called them back in our very first arc when they appeared. We'll go ahead and call them power.
Alright. It's not a good roll, that's 6.
Okay, yeah, you just probably know the name and sort of what happened to Goody Pruitt, but that's about it.
By the way, I leveled up again.
Whoa, awesome.
I think if it's not too much trouble, I might be able to find some more research on these beings in my sanctum, if you would permit me time.
Well, we may have some time. Gaskin's just thinking, he's like, I believe I might know where I could find Mr. Von Worm.
Very well.
You know he owns numerous businesses
Of course.
around the world. One of which that has just opened is his casino in Las Vegas. Predictably, it's called the Golden Scale.
He is just, okay.
Yes, more draconic imagery.
He
As
seems
I said,
more
he's-
red than gold.
Well, maybe gold just fits the
I
Vegas.
believe he was more purple.
Purple.
Indigo.
It was indigo.
Indigo.
That was
In
what-
yes. Well, I would suggest that might be a good place to find him and get some answers. And the angel is like, this place, the golden, this dragon who chased us, who stole these evil spirits and used them for more devilry. He's in this place called Vegas. Then I shall go there and slay him.
Good luck with that.
Will you come with me?
Well, we will assist. I'm not sure how well we would be in our current states. Like I said, I may be able to help out with more research.
I would love to help out with Vegas, but unfortunately that is off my normal beat right now. There's a
Fair.
whole thing going down between my editor and Bugsy, and we're just steering clear of the town.
Well, we may be able to.
Bugsy.
We may be able to recruit our
Is that-
our
is that
private eye
what,
friend.
Yeah, Goody Pruitt's like, she doesn't like that name.
Oh no, you're gonna love him, he's Jewish.
Oh, a Judaizer.
By the way, I'm also Jewish. But
Whoa! Goody Pruitt is like, you there, the one who owns the alehouse. This was horrible den of sin. Pour me a very strong drink, I demanded.
I'll pour you too.
I'll need every terrible drop.
But don't worry, not all of your descendants are Jews. Just,
Oh, poor.
just a lot of us.
So Goody Pruitt is just drowning her sorrows. And I think that is where we're gonna sort of call it before we go to those closing moves there. But yeah, now you guys know that Merle Von Worm can be found in the Golden Scale Casino, which is where we pick up 1 week from now in an episode entitled Angel in Sin City. A very appropriate title, because that's what happens when you and Goody Pruitt all go to Vegas, and you will see the result.
I'm glad you're playing her as such a reasonable person. I'm glad that tradition's carried on.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's in kind of shock because of the whole
Yeah,
being possessed by weird Kabbalah spirits, but
for a while. Yeah.
yeah, but I think like it's already starting to wear off as she saw she was a little more, she was okay with you guys coming along.
After all the stairs.
But we're actually, next week, we're going to have another special episode, a one-shot, with a very special guest. But I'll get to that. Let's go around and take care of those closing moves. So we'll start with Max.
Well, as far as the factions, I'm gonna go up 1 in power, as I saw Wraith using his powers on us
Oh yeah,
for good,
definitely some magic coming to help you guys out.
for good effect. And then, once again, being attacked by Merle, I'm gonna go ahead and bring Wild down by 1, as he does not appreciate being attacked by the person that he served alongside in the last arc.
Oh yeah. Merle has turned.
Yup. And
Do you
then,
feel anybody owes you a debt? Or you owe anybody a debt here?
No, not really. I mean, as you said, Kit asked him for a debt to keep her safe. I don't know if you were. I wanted clarification on that. Was she cashing it, or was she asking me for the debt?
She was asking you.
So then she owes me a debt for me keeping her safe. Quote unquote?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know if Max feels that he lived up to that, so we'll just go ahead and nix that one out.
Okay.
But prior to, he did let Azra, Lewis, and Wraith into his haven prior to the first meeting before they took off to go to the stadium, or not stadium,
Movie
the
set.
studio.
Yeah.
There we go. The other one that starts with
Yes.
S. So he'll add them to the web, or to his web, but not the second go round.
All right. Awesome. How about Wraith?
Yes. Interestingly enough, I think because of my owing Captain Holleran and working with him now, or at least saying that I did, I think the way that they see me has gone up in the
Yeah, because you're like a police informer, sort of.
We'll see. And then let's see. So I have to do a -1 because I did a +1. So I guess it'll be wild again.
All right.
That dang Merle ruining wild. for
That
me.
dang Merle.
That dang girl.
That's what this arc should be called.
Yeah.
All right. You think you owe anybody a debt, or do you know anybody a debt? Or does anybody owe you a debt, I should say?
Not particularly that I can think of.
Okay.
I mean, I already owe the good captain a debt, so but I think that's about it.
Okay. And Lisa Lewis, I don't know if you want to do the debts and the factions.
It seems kind of pointless, but I would say though that she does currently owe a debt to E.E. Enfield and a debt to Captain Holleran because she's promised werewolves to E.E. Enfield and money to Captain Holleran. So.
Sure. Well, we say you can live up to those, but well, let me ask you, what do you think happens to this character as the 50s kind of continue and the 60s begin?
Honestly, I think that in the 50s she keeps doing what she's doing, finding out more about various things that go bump in the night. At one point she loses an eye. Because, that's cool.
No, I love it. It's a cool eye patch.
Yeah, so now she's got a cool eye patch. She doesn't end up being involved anymore with this whole dragon escapade because I'm not going to be here.
Yeah, I mean, that's understandable.
But I would say that in her, she definitely, now that she knows that vampires are definitely a thing, she has gone into more research with vampires. And then in the 60s becomes a vampire.
Oh, very cool.
Because she doesn't want to die. That stinks. She's, got a whole lot of the world to experience,
Yeah, so true.
Even though she does worry, based upon, Bram Stoker's Dracula, that maybe she's, enforcing, negative Jewish stereotypes by becoming a vampire, but she gets up for that shit. Yeah, and goes around continuing to. She has to keep making up fake identities for herself every 10 years because she should be dying. But
all right. Well, I do hope it was really great having you here, and
Thank you.
I love the character. So you can pop back as this future vampire, Lisa.
yeah, vampire, not Lois Lane.
Yeah, future vampire Lisa.
Yeah.
Want to see that? So please.
Future Lisa Lewis.
Yeah, it'd be cool to have this character revisit
Vampire
somehow.
reporter.
Yes, vampire reporter.
She drinks the blood of people that smoke.
Awesome. Smoky blood.
She needs the nicotine, man. I was smoking this fake cigarette the whole time.
And finally, Ezra, what do you think? What factions would go up and what would go down?
I'm going to raise wild by one. Because Ezra finds them, they're not bad people.
Yeah, the
They're
yokai.
just violent.
Who amongst us
For a
is not?
purpose.
All right. And is anyone going down?
Mortality, definitely. After picking up the car, I don't think they like Ezra very much.
Oh yeah, you're definitely on the most wanted list for the Oddity Squad.
And that puts me at -3 mortality.
Oof.
Oh, my character is such good friends with yours too.
And that's the exception, not the rule.
Do you think you owe anybody a debt, or?
Probably Lisa for breaking her camera. But before you leave, though, I want to cash in a debt with Lisa. Can I have another camera?
She gets you another camera.
Thank you. I actually liked photography. I think if I just control the force of my fingers, I'll be very good at this.
I don't know if she could like maybe get one of those modern Bakelite cameras that are like more
Little sturdier.
little sturdier.
Sure.
Because plastic didn't exist quite yet in the 50s, but Bakelite did.
All right. Well, yeah. I'll say he's got that.
Okay. I now have a camera.
Yeah. Could come in handy. And I love that like Azra's got a new hobby, photography.
This goes well with the new move I just picked up. Machinist. I can commune with the camera.
Oh, I love it. The camera and I are one. Well, sad as it may be, though I guess maybe you can play Azra, or if people can play these characters for a one-shot if you want to, because it will take place in the future. That one-shot is entitled, This Ain't the Summer of Love. It will take place in Los Angeles, 1969. It's a little bit of a jump in time as we experience. Once again, there'll be some movie set shenanigans this time on the set of a sleazy grindhouse picture that is actually inspired by a certain Captain Diego entitled Pagan Pirate Sail for Satan. Yeah.
So, that sounds like Goody Pruitt became a scriptwriter.
Oh, yeah. Maybe, I don't know about that.
Wait, if the movie is about Diego himself, why not just have Diego there and just comment on everything?
Yeah, I can
In
see
fact,
that.
I think I'm gonna play him.
That would actually be very cool if the real Diego was there.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, Pagan Pirate Sail for Satan is not very historically accurate.
What?
Uh-huh.
I mean, I feel like the only thing that's accurate in the whole title is pirate.
Exactly.
Even
Oh, yeah, they did
that's
sail.
a lie. We were more privateers than anything.
Oh, even that is inaccurate.
Okay, so sail, they did that. And it's like, no, we were flying.
Sailing through the sky.
Anyhow, the special guest for that one is actually going to be my very own mother, Eve Panush, the woman who brought me into this world, is going to be one of our players. She's already got an interesting character worked out, so we'll see. She'll return. Hopefully, Pash will be feeling better. He can join us, and it promises to be a pretty cool one shot. So I'm excited about it. But in the meantime, thank you guys for joining us. Big thanks to Kat for making the trip. I do hope we can come back and join us again.
Thank you so much.
However
It
you
will
can.
not be next week. But
No. We're always grateful for whenever you can stop by. And tune in next week for This Ain't the Summer of Love.
This ain't the summer of love. Well, thanks everyone. Thanks for stopping in and checking us out. And Londell had a early night, so he could check us out tonight. So Londell was in there watching tonight. And thank you so much, Nico Mimi, too, for the host yet again. Thank you so much for showing your love and support for, playing games and hanging out with your friends. So make sure over this next week, if you're not watching on Twitch, that you're at home and making time to what? Make time to tabletop. Because it's very important, guys, to do this. If you don't take the time to do it, then it's just never going to happen. I mean, look at somebody traveled all the way up from the Bay.
Yeah, very important.
We're in Sacramento, so just to
Daring
play.
Fire.
if you look at a map, it's not that far, but keep in mind California and traffic.
And things are always on fire.
Yeah, there was actually an oil refinery fire that I drove past.
Like,
Oh, I know.
Things
Set by
are-
a dragon.
damn.
Horrible.
I drove past a car in a ditch.
Well, damn.
I was like, yes, there's always a fire. So I'll do it right this time. I just got really excited because
Thoughts
we've been
and
doing a
prayers.
lot of games and a lot of stuff. So I really enjoy having past regulars come on as a guest. I'm very excited for next week to have somebody's mother on the show. That's a pretty cool experience. So it is all about community. So make time to tabletop, guys. Sorry I screwed it up because I got a little excited. But we'll see you next week, next Tuesday. Peace out.
Peace out. Don't look to us to a historical accuracy.
Yeah.
Or as role models. No,
Or as
please
role models.
don't.
No, just don't.